The night wind slipped through a cracked window, carrying the dry, restless chill of a city that never slept. Ethan Cole tightened his arms around his little boy. "Dad, are we playing hide and seek?" The child's voice was soft, innocent in a way that hurt. Ethan smiled, a smile he barely believed himself. "Yeah, we're hiding. Whoever stays quiet the longest wins." But this wasn't a game. They were hiding from the subway security, and the place they chose was a public restroom. 1 year earlier, Ethan wasn't homeless. He believed he was on the edge of something big. A medical device he was selling, expensive, advanced, was supposed to earn him thousands a month. He poured everything into it, his savings, borrowed money, every last bit of hope. But then, no one bought. No hospital needed it. No doctor trusted it. The inventory piled up in his small apartment, and the bills piled even higher than his dreams. Lena, the woman he loved, couldn't take it anymore. "I can't live like this, Ethan." She stood by the door, a suitcase at her feet. "You said things would get better, but they never did." Ethan didn't argue, because he knew she was right. The door closed. It wasn't loud, but it was enough to end a family. Months later, Ethan was evicted. No money, no friends, no real options left. But one thing remained, his 5-year-old son, Noah. And Ethan made a decision. Even if he lost everything, he would not let his son lose faith in him. One day, wandering the streets, Ethan saw a man stepping out of a tall building, dressed in a sharp suit, driving a sleek sports car. "What do you do for a living?" Ethan asked. "Stocks," the man replied. One word. That changed everything. Ethan walked into a brokerage firm. No degree, no experience, no money, but he had something rarer than all of that. Desperation fueled by the will to survive. "We have an internship," they said. "No pay, competitive, only one person gets hired." Ethan nodded. He didn't have another choice. During the day, Ethan wore a worn-out shirt, made cold calls, and learned every financial term he could. At night, he and Noah slept wherever they could. Shelters, churches, and sometimes subway station bathrooms. He always waited for Noah to fall asleep first, then sat quietly against the wall. He didn't cry, he just stared into the emptiness and wondered, how much longer can I keep going? One night, Noah held him tightly. "Dad, will we have a house one day?" Ethan swallowed hard. "Yes." "A big one?" "Very big." "Will I have my own bed?" "Yes, and you'll never have to sleep here again." Noah smiled and drifted off. Ethan looked at him. For the first time in months, he saw clearly why he had to keep going. At work, Ethan did more than anyone else. First to arrive, last to leave, most calls made. He wasn't the smartest, but he was the one who refused to fail, because behind him was a child with no backup plan. 6 months passed, 5 interns left, then 3, then 2, and finally just Ethan and one other. The day of the decision arrived. He sat in the conference room, hands clenched so tight they turned pale. The door opened. "We've made our decision." A pause. "The person we're hiring is Ethan Cole." No music, no celebration, just a simple sentence. But to Ethan, it sounded like survival. He nodded, tried to stay composed, shook hands, smiled, then walked out of the building. When the glass doors closed behind him, Ethan didn't move. He stood there, in the middle of strangers, and broke down, not from pain, but because he had finally made it through. Years later, Ethan became one of the most successful brokers. Then he built his own firm, then became a millionaire. But when people ask him what moment changed your life, he doesn't mention money, he doesn't mention success. He simply says, "The night I slept in a bathroom and my son still believed in me." One morning, in a bright, spacious home, sunlight pouring through the windows, Noah, now grown, walked downstairs. "Dad, yeah? I'm proud of you." Ethan looked at him and smiled. A quiet smile, but one that said everything.